What's up? It's Matt in Japan. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at C-15 Cybertron Inferno. I found this guy at a local recycle shop, paid about 2,000 yen for it, which was super cheap, about 12 bucks. I thought that was a great deal. I love Inferno, so it was a match made in heaven. Obviously, this is the Japanese release, so let's take a quick look at the packaging. This is the 25-year or 25th year anniversary here. You see Inferno packaged in the box. A lot of Japanese writing here, Transformers down the side here in English, down at the bottom. It says he is the rescuer, Cybertron Inferno C-15, a picture of Inferno there. On the bottom, you have your product information. On the side, you see other characters in the line. So Optimus and Ironhide, Cheetor, then you have the Decepticons, Galvatron, Cyclonus. I think that's Octo in there. And on this side, you see more images of the toy here of Inferno transforming into his fire truck mode. On the back is where we see some product images here. Very, very cool. Transform! And then it kind of has a picture of him transforming to his bot mode. You do have some tech specs down here. And then it does have the sort of gimmicks, which is he can shoot his missiles here, and he does have light piping. So yeah, that's about it for the packaging. I don't have a bot from this line in my collection, so I thought it'd be a fun little review to do. So without further ado, let's get this Cybertron Inferno opened up, see what he's all about. Okay, here we have Cybertron Inferno and the packaging, and let's take a look at the accessories before we get into his details. He does come with one missile here, which is done in a clear plastic with some sort of light blue at the end to sort of emulate the water. I will show that off later, but it does come with one missile there. And he actually does come with a DVD, which is very interesting. I don't know how old this thing is. It's Robot Masters Volume 1. It says Robot Masters Special DVD here. Now, I don't have a DVD player. I could probably slap it in my computer and watch it, and it doesn't look like it's been opened. A little bit of yellowing there. I'm not sure if it's been opened or not, but very interesting. It comes with a Robot Masters DVD. Okay, let's get up close and personal with Cybertron Inferno. This is my first time with this figure. I don't really have any bots from this line, but this guy is actually pretty cool. So first of all, starting off at the head, I mean, it is a classic Inferno head sculpt. You have silver for the face, which I think is all just clear blue plastic because of the light piping, but painted silver. And then you have a little bit of almost gold on the horns there, and then some silver on the crest. And then I'm not sure if the light piping is showing off, but he does have really nice light piping. He's gonna get a light behind there. And yeah, there you go. That is some really nice light piping. And as you see on the back is just a clear piece of blue plastic there, which allows the light to come in. But anyways, head sculpt, very, very cool. Now, this guy is laden with chrome details. If you can look down the chest, not so much here, but you do have some clear plastic for the windshield. You get the little windshield wipers molded in. You can see the seats inside there. You got an Autobot logo there. The front of the grille is all done with silver paint, a little bit of white paint there. You see the lights there. And then on the sides here, you have these super chromed out pieces on the side. Very cool. On the side of the arms and on the side of the forearms. Some very nice detail there. We'll see more in the vehicle mode. Going down, he also has some really nice silver paint on the knees there. And he's got some very cool molded detail on the top of his feet. Just looks like sort of like pistons or little like pipes, maybe that shoot water or something. But very cool. I really like the detail on this guy. And then coming back here, he does have his cannon here, which the projectile does go into. I'll just show that off right now. So the projectile just goes right in there. And then he can shoot from underneath. And this thing actually shoots really well. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. So yeah, it works really, really well. Nice spring-loaded gimmick from back in the day. You don't really see that anymore. So yeah, really nice gimmick there. And then on the back, he is kind of a mess from the back, but you know, we don't display our figures from the back, but I think he cleans up really well. He has like zero backpack. He is really, really just nice and clean. Now, I don't know what's going on with this, this figure. I got it out of the box and there's like little pieces of plastic like in the joints. And it's really hard to get out. It's kind of annoying. I tried cutting them out. I don't know how plastic could get in the joints. There's some on his knees there, and there's more like, I kind of hid it away, but there's some right here, if you can see, on the joints. It's very strange. It's like almost like someone shrink wrapped it and took off the shrink wrap and it just left some plastic there. It's somewhat annoying, but anyways, that is Inferno in his robot mode. Very cool, and this guy is very chunky. He feels super solid, really nice to handle. Anyways, let's get into his articulation because surprisingly, this guy is pretty articulated. So So first of all, there's a couple ways you can kind of display these side pieces. They are on these hinges here, so they can hinge up because of transformation. But if you don't like the look of this sort of side armor, I mean, that's what it shows like on the picture on the box. So that's kind of what like his standard look here. But if you don't like that, it can slide back like that and you can hide it on the back, which is very cool. If you want like sort of a cleaner look, you can hide that and actually see his arms, which is super cool. So that's a nice part of it's more of like the transformation, but I kind of like the more cleaner look. But if you like it sort of like him kind of armored up, you can have him like that. But there are options, which is nice. The cannon on the side is on this swivel right here, and you can swivel it all the way around, so you can sort of put it like that. So another thing you can do, if you want sort of like a Megatron looking arm, you can like flip that around. There is a wrist swivel right here, so you can actually swivel his wrists around to orientate it in the right position. You can actually have like a Megatron style cannon, which is very cool. So there's a lot of playability on this part here with the cannon. It does swivel all the way around, so you can kind of do what you want with it. You can have him shoot himself in the face even. Boom. But yeah, I think that's a really cool sort of play feature. Okay, so back to the articulation here. His head can go up and down. It can look left, right. It can go all the way around. And then it is on this sort of, because the transformation is on a spring right here, and so it just kind of tucks away like that. But if you go like that, like during transformation, it's like, boom, Inferno. So that's really cool. So yeah, it's actually, his head has got some movement. Anyways, his arms can go all the way around. They're on sort of soft ratchets like that. Just getting this piece out of the way. And then, like I said, there is an upper bicep swivel there. There is 90 degrees at the elbow. And like I told you, there's some wrist swivel, the wrist movement there. So yeah, he's actually pretty well articulated on the arms, which is very nice. He doesn't have a waist swivel, which is unfortunate, but he does have a little bit of movement here on the thighs. His legs can go out that far, and then his legs can kick forward. He does have sort of reversible knees there. His legs can kick forward that far. They can kick back about that far. And then there is a swivel here, right up there. There's a swivel at the upper thigh there, which is nice. And then he does have a 90 degree at the knee. And then he does have a little bit of kind of toe movement, begins because of transformation. There's a tiny bit of ankle pivot. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or just because of the way this piece is in there, but it looks like it's actually done on purpose. So you do get a little bit of ankle tilt there, which is very nice. So for a older type figure, this guy is actually pretty well articulated. And I really like the sort of optional play with these side pieces here. You can put them like that. You can even take them and put them like forward if you want to. You can put them like that if you want, like sort of fore armor. I think there's like a picture of actually these like up like this or something like that. I mean, there's like tons of stuff you can do if you want like huge, just like shoulder panels. And you can see the chrome is just so nice. It's just shining in the light here. So anyways, just putting those down, just getting back to his sort of neutral pose here. And yeah, that's about it for Inferno's robot mode. He's pretty cool. I like him a lot. And just to give you an idea of size, here is Kingdom Inferno next to Cybertron Inferno. And the only other Inferno in my collection, the G1 Inferno next to Cybertron Inferno. Okay, this guy did not come with any instructions. That was one thing when I bought it. I saw on the box there was no instructions. So please join me as I fumble through the transformation. He's not like that hard, and actually I figured him out the first time. Let's see if I could do it again. First thing you want to do is just basically get these out of the way. He's technically a panel former, but he's actually not that bad. So you want to take these panels, fold them out. There's another panel up here, and you want to fold this out. Just kind of getting all these panels folded out. Same thing on this side, just open this up. You want to flip this panel over here, and then flip the side of the truck panel over there, so you get those panels opened up. Next you want to do, I guess we'll just take this, I was showing you the head there, so you just want to pop that down. And you can just take the head and just tuck that in for now. And then, you know, he kind of transforms like any other Inferno figure. I'm going to put this part up where the truck, front of the truck goes. His feet will fold up like this. So you just want to fold up his feet like that. So you just want to pull the arms back like that. And then basically this panel is going to come down. It's going to swing over. Same thing here, you're gonna swing that over like that. You can already see sort of how it's gonna fit together. Arms, I think these arms come up like that. You want to fold these panels out on the front of the arms. Fold this out. And then on the other side too, fold that out. I do apologize for this. I don't have any instruction, purely going on whim here. I think you want to swing that around. Anyways, you got basically the side of the truck done. And then you can, at this point, you can kind of just clip that into place. Same thing on this side, it's already kind of clipped into place. And then this does connect up here. The two arm parts do connect right there, down the middle. So yeah, basically we have the cab finished, which is amazing. I'm just going by pure intuition, Transformer intuition here. I think you just swing the legs around so the tires are on the outside. So just swing the legs around, tire on the outside. And then these two just clip together like that. There's two little peg and slots right there. And you just kind of peg those in. I mean, again, it's a very, very intuitive transformation because if you've transformed any Inferno before, you kind of know what you're doing. Actually, once you do that, you have clearance for the tires, and the tires will just fold out like so, and they will fold out like so, which is very clever. I really like that part. And then, yeah, we're almost there. Sorry, it's very messy. And then I think these panels there's tabs and slots here. Those just tab into little slots right there, and the same thing on this side. This kind of comes down, and that slots in there, and that slots in there. That tucks away in there, and then this panel just kind of tucks inside there. Almost done. Again, just kind of making sure everything's in place. And taking the water cannon and swinging it around. And there you have Cybertron Inferno in his fire truck mode. Well, that was not hard at all. Anyways, that is Inferno in his truck mode. Let's take a look at his details. Just like his robot mode, this guy is really detailed in his fire truck mode. So let's take a quick look here. At the front, again, you saw that basically the chest that forms in the robot mode. Nothing really different there. You got the lights, clear plastic on the top. And then on the side, let's say Fire Rescue with some really nice white stripe right there. I guess the Hasbro version had a 401 right here. And 401 refers to the area code in Rhode Island, which is where Hasbro's headquarters used to be. I think they moved, where did they move? Did they move to Boston, I think? Anyways, 401 does refer to the area code in Rhode Island. He does have some nice red paint on the tires. They are pinned, so they do roll really well. And this guy does roll just totally fine. Very nice. And then again, on the back of that armor there, which was the chrome in robot mode, you have some super detailed sort of gunmetal gray paint here with just some really nice molded details, some nice silver paint. The sculpted detail on this guy, especially in the truck mode, is really, really nice. You get some molded detail on the back here as well. This is all paint here, red paint. You get some sort of rivets and things like that. Again, two tires on the back. That is how he looks from the back. And going on the back here, you just have these four little, I'm not sure like if they're exhausts or whatever, but actually I did put some blast effects in, and they're blast effect compatible, which is hilarious because you just have like Inferno just like, wow, it's just like really funny that you can like put blast effects in there, rocket mode Inferno or whatever. So that's a kind of a fun play feature there. But yeah, other than that, a really nice, tidy looking fire truck mode. You can see it a lot better in the truck mode, but this water cannon on the back, all done in chrome and just totally chromed out, is super cool. And the fact that it does go up and down, it can go up and down. As you saw during transformation too, it does go all the way around, so you can actually have it shooting out the back. Again, let me get that missile in there, and it just sort of completes the look there. So you can have that missile just kind of shooting out like he's actually putting out a fire. I mean, that is so cool. So that's Cybertron Inferno in his alt mode. Let's do some alt mode comparisons. Again, here is Cybertron Inferno next to Kingdom Inferno. And Cybertron Inferno with G1 Inferno. Okay, let's get Inferno transformed back to his robot mode, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Cybertron Inferno is a really cool figure. He's got some great details, some nice chrome, a really nice head sculpt, light piping, somewhat posable, just chunky, fun, transformations, very intuitive. I'm super glad I picked him up. I mean, for $12.50, about 2,000 yen here in Japan, I mean, it was a obvious no-brainer. Yeah, that's about it. I can't really say anything bad about this guy. The only thing I can say bad is that I still don't understand how that plastic got in those joints. but I will try and pick that out later. So that has been my look at the Transformers Henkei series, Cybertron Inferno. This has been Matt in Japan. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay updated. Please follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And as Inferno would say, where there's smoke, there's me. And as always, till all are one.